What's up, family? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully you guys are having a great day. Today's word of the day is inequality, which stands for immoral or grossly unfair behavior. Chose this word today because, we live in a time frame where there's always, no matter what situation a country may be in, there's always going to be some sort of inequality. I think one of the greatest things about the United States of America is that, yes, like any other country, there is certain aspects of inequality. But if you play things more as a team sport, you can turn the unequal situation or situation where a lot of inequality is actually implemented into a situation where not only there's more equality going on, but there's more of a cohesiveness going on. And if people pull the resources together, not just from a financial standpoint, but from a mental standpoint, and a physical standpoint and a community standpoint, there's so many great things that can be accomplished. Great example, you see the things that are happening with Tanika Nasheed's museum in Los Angeles. They're trying to get off the ground. You can see what's happening with Jay Morrison, with the Tulsa Real Estate Fund down in Atlanta, Georgia. So many great things, and it's because money was put into place from a community standpoint. People put their money together and invested. And you saw crowdfunding, so you saw things that were done from an economic perspective and a community perspective, from a grassroots perspective, and people were able to get these things off the ground. And I think with more and more families, I always say, utilize your last name, hustle for your last name, not your first name, as Damon Dash would say. But utilize your last name not only to just take great pictures with your family members and say, hey, we are the Johnsons, the Martinez's or the Pattersons and whatnot, but you can say, hey, we as a family are doing things from a collective standpoint. We're supporting each other in every single aspect. We might not agree on everything, and that's fine, because nothing was ever built on everyone agreeing on one specific thing. Disagreements is a part of life. Disagreements is how everyone grows up. Because my biggest pet peeve in life is when people think that they know everything. Nobody knows everything. Because I always say some of the greatest minds of our times still learn something new every day, and they're around people that they can learn something new from on a regular basis. I always say the Damon Johns, the Bob Johnsons, the Elon Musks, the Jeff Bezos, the Bill Gates, the Master P's. The list goes on and on. You could always learn something new from somebody. But you could always turn an unfair situation into a fair situation when one humbles themselves. They put in the extra work, and that work goes in outside of just paying your bills and whatnot and being a decent person. As I like to always say, the things that you're supposed to do. Today's quote of the day is by Roy T. Bennett. He states that great things happen to those who don't stop believing, trying, learning, and being grateful. One of my favorite quotes ever. I think I've said this one before, but I wanted to utilize it again because really hone in on that. Great things happen to those who don't stop believing, trying, learning, and being grateful. I believe, I try, I learn, and I'm ever grateful for the good things that happen in my life, or just the fact of still just being alive in general, because a lot of us take that for granted on a regular basis, which is something the pandemic has taught me more of, is just to appreciate life more and being able to appreciate the things that you couldn't do. Like, great example, this time last year, going to Las Vegas was just something that was not on my mind. Like going out of town was, but because of the pandemic at the time, the idea of going places and doing things just like, I'm staying in my four corners, like, let's see where this thing goes. You know what I mean? So that's just something to take into consideration. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm happy to be out in Las Vegas right now, like enjoying every aspect of it, not just the tourist aspects of it. Like last night, you got to go out with the locals are at. And I always love when I go someplace. I don't mind doing the tourist stuff, but I like going where the locals are at. Get around the real people, get a real sense of an area and whatnot. I mean, like a lot of people when they go to other countries, a lot of people like to do the same thing because to me, you get bored just sitting on a resort and whatnot. So it's something to take into consideration. All right, let's do the great 3 free things, family. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day, and as I always say, make money moves, or you're gonna live broke like a fool. Take care, family.